So you beautiful people, the biggest free content drop in Call of Duty history is going to hit us on December the 3rd. But me personally, I'm just really not that excited, and there's a few reasons as to why I feel this way. Now, I hate to come across on the negativity train. I'm trying my absolute best not to get too bogged down in the negative side of the game, and you've seen that I've tried to, you know, take its positives, because it does have its positives and it's a game that I still want to play. But there are certain aspects of the game that need changing, and we've had interviews in the past couple of days with Swag speaking to Joe Seco or whatever his name is. I can't pronounce it, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. And these guys have been quite, Infinity Ward have been quite arrogant in my personal opinion. It's forget the community. We designed this game and we're having it how we're having it, even though you're the consumer and you've spent the money on it. And that's my feeling, and that leaves me quite deflated when I see this content drop, because this should be a very positive thing that we're talking about here. Call of Duty has gone down a route of free DLC, free content, which is something that we as a community have screamed for years. So this is a really bittersweet moment for me, because there's a few things that have got me down. Obviously, these guys won't change a mini-map. These guys won't change Dead Silence to a perk. These guys don't want to touch the footsteps. They really are priding themselves on people sitting in corners and being rewarded for that, and people not getting better at the game, which annoys me, because my channel has been orientated around trying to help people improve, and it's kind of made what I do redundant. That's why you've had so many weapons videos from me, because people want to get better, people want to rush in the game, and then they have to conform once again. So anyway, moving forward, so we're gonna get new multiplayer maps, but they're not new, are they really? It's the same regurgitated stuff, and I understand why they've done this, because we are not happy with the maps in the game. We think they are too porous, as this guy wanted them to be. There's so many windows you can get shot from. No Man's Land is any road you choose to run across currently in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So to bring familiarity to the game, they've chose to bring back some classic maps. So, you know, the old firm, the OGs will be happy, but we're not going to be happy. And anyone that thinks that we're going to be happy with these old school maps, I'm going to tell you to your face, you're deluded, you're crazy, you've lost it. You need a padded room and a stray jacket quick time, because all you're going to be is the most frustrated you've ever been on these maps. They are not going to play in that rose-tinted, nostalgic manner that you think they're going to play in, because of how Infinity Ward wants us to play this game. Footsteps are too loud, so people are going to hear you a mile off, and people are just going to sit in corners. Now, granted, it's going to be a bit easier to navigate these maps, because those of you who've played them before kind of know the thereabouts of where people would camp, which is what we kind of wanted. However, the cards are still firmly in the campers' camp, because you only get your Dead Silence momentarily when the timer chooses to give it to you, to numb things down, and that's what I can't deal with. Furthermore, it's just the same regurgitated maps we've had almost week in, week out. That's how I have to put it now. Every single game that we've had has had these same maps. Terminal, Crash, how about Afghan, Bukhara, Dome, these Seatown, these maps were absolutely brilliant. Wasteland, you've got some really powerful streaks in this game, but we can't utilize it because there's so many buildings. So how about giving us some of that classic stuff? Oh, I know why, because we need to protect people. Stop protecting people now and just let us have some fun. That's all we want to do in this game. 60-40 at the moment, that's how I feel. 60% of the game I love, 40% of the game I hate. I still come back to it. So clearly there's something about it, but it could be better, and I think a lot of us feel that way. Look down in the comment sections of every tweet done by Infinity Ward, Charlie Intel about stuff, and it's got people who are sick to the back teeth of what's going on with this game. And eventually people will leave. This is going to be a big test, and it should be a massive celebration, because for years now people have advocated free DLC in Call of Duty, and we finally got it, but it's just at the wrong time for me. It's just, I don't know what to say. So we're gonna get a new Ground War map, which is called Port. Ground War is enjoyable in doses, but again, I'm not a Battlefield man, I'm a Call of Duty fan, and I just feel like I'm cheating on the game when I play the likes of Ground War. New 2v2 gunfight maps, we're going to get Cargo, Atrium and more. This is a game mode I do enjoy, but again, in small doses. After about 45 minutes, I find myself wanting to go back to the core aspect of the game. We're going to get new multiplayer modes, Reinforce, Gunfight, OSP and Infected. Infected, definitely a classic mode, one that I really do enjoy. New Spec Op experiences, Bomb Squad, Grounded, Pitch Black, Just Reward and more. And then finally 2 new weapons, which is the Ram, which is basically the TAR-21, and the Hoga 26, which is the MG36 H&K. I will be covering these weapons in my usual Gunsmith guides episodes. So for me, this could have been a really epic drop. I'm really excited to see how the seasons thing is going to work out. Obviously, they've done away with prestige and not everybody's happy with that. But to me, I'm willing to open my arms to change. However, there's certain changes that I just don't think are warranted. And the minimap is one of those. Dead Silence does need to be changed, because what it is currently, I just don't like it, and I don't think the majority of people like it. And Footsteps need to be toned down. We need to stop this sound whoring madness that's happening, because every kill cam I'm seeing is someone ADSing. And time limit games, how are these people not looking at their data and thinking, wow, this is going on far too long? So guys, let me know down in the comment section, are you excited for this free content drop, the biggest free content drop that we're getting in Call of Duty history? If so, what is your favorite aspect of it? I'm gonna go for the new weapons, and then second to that, I'm not gonna sit here and be a hypocrite. I do want to see some of these older maps in the game, because it's something more familiar. However, I was someone very vocal about regurgitated stuff in Black Ops 4, so hopefully they're going to go down the line of Season 2 actually making some maps which are more reminiscent of what we're used to in older Call of Duty games. Guys, there are many buttons you could hit, but a like and subscribe button, I hope they tickle your fancy, and as always guys, don't forget to stay on the right track. Peace.